Hi all, welcome to the third session of the Introduction to Modern Physics. So in this session we will discuss energy and momentum operators, Schrodinger time dependent and independent equations, and energy eigenvalues and energy eigenfunctions. So let's discuss energy and momentum operators. In this session here in quantum mechanics, we will replace the energy and momentum variables by their corresponding operators. So before applying that part, we will discuss the total energy of the system. So total energy of system is given by kinetic energy plus potential energy, where kinetic energy is K, potential energy is P. That's the total energy of the system. Here kinetic energy is given by half mv square, or in terms of linear momentum p, here we have p square by 2m, where p is equal to mv, and potential energy as v. So energy operator, that's our Hamiltonian operator. The operator corresponding to give the energy values will be Hamiltonian operator, and Hamiltonian equation is h psi is equal to E psi, where Hamiltonian operator is the energy operator. Hamiltonian operator is p square by 2m plus v. So Hamiltonian equation is h psi is equal to E psi, where psi is the state that represents the system, or we call it a wave function or state vector. Whatever this psi is, that will represent the state of the system, and Hamiltonian operator is the total energy operator. And if total energy operator Hamiltonian operates on psi, we'll get a energy values. Here is energy values. So let's replace Hamiltonian, that's a total energy operator, is p square by 2m plus v. So here we will replace h psi is equal to p square by 2m plus v psi, that's equal to E psi. Now here let's introduce a momentum operator. Here instead of simply saying P, here we will replace momentum by its corresponding operator. P is equal to minus IH cross del, where del operator is given by dou by dou x I plus dou by dou y j plus dou by dou z k. The dou by dou x is the partial differential along x direction. So using this, our Hamiltonian becomes the kinetic energy part of the Hamiltonian, that's our p square by 2m, that will become p square. Let's substitute for p, that's minus ih cross del, p square will be minus ih cross del whole square. So here minus into minus will be plus, I square is minus, and h cross square del square by 2m, where del square is the Laplacian operator, or simply square of the del operator, that's given by dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square plus dou square by dou z square. It's our del square operator. So p square by 2m is replaced in the operator form. Now the Hamiltonian equation h psi is equal to E psi, where h is p square by 2m plus v, where p square by 2m plus v will be replaced by this del square operator, that into psi is equal to E psi. Here keep in mind the momentum is replaced by an operator minus ih cross del. Now this equation is known as Schrodinger time independent equation in 3 dimensions. Since we are dealing with xyz directions, the differential equation is in 3 dimensions, and there is no time term in this differential equation. Therefore, we call it as Schrodinger time independent equation. Now, if you consider only x component only, in 3 dimension x component only, y and z components disappears. Therefore, we'll get minus h cross square by 2m dou square by dou x square plus v of x psi of x equal to e psi of x. This is our Schrodinger time independent equation in 1 dimension. Now let's consider the energy operator. Let's replace E by corresponding operator, that's IH cross dou by dou T. So with this energy operator, Schrodinger time independent equation will become Schrodinger time dependent equation. So let's replace the energy part of Schrodinger time independent equation by IH cross dou by dou T. Then it becomes time dependent Schrodinger equation. So here we have H psi is equal to E psi, where E is IH cross dou by dou T. And this equation is known as Schrodinger time dependent equation in 3 dimension, where E is replaced by IH cross dou by dou T. Now by ignoring y and z components, we'll get the Schrodinger time dependent equation in 1 dimension. That's minus h cross square by 2m dou square by dou x square plus b of x into psi of x is equal to IH cross dou by dou T psi of x. It's a Schrodinger time dependent equation in 1 dimension. Now let's discuss eigenvalue and eigenfunctions. Since Schrodinger equation is a linear differential equation, del square is a differential operator, therefore Schrodinger equation will be a linear differential equation. So according to mathematical principles, a linear differential equation should have infinite number of solutions. So since suppose for our Schrodinger equation gives energy as a solution, then it should have infinite values of energy. But physically, in reality, we have only certain energy values are acceptable. That represent the energy of the system. We cannot have, our system should not have infinite number of energy solutions. Therefore, only some certain energy values are acceptable, and these certain energy values, that's our characteristic value of this energy of system, is known as energy eigenvalue. So energy eigenvalue is the characteristic energy of the system, and corresponding to this energy, we have a wave function associated with this energy eigenvalue. That wave function is known as eigenfunction of the system. So eigen means is a German word. It means a proper or characteristics. So in an eigen equation, that in general we can represent it like this: an operator acts on some wave function will give you same wave function. If the wave functions are same, then we can say eigen equation. Here H is an operator, E is an eigenvalue. In our case, energy operator is Hamiltonian operator, eigenvalue is energy eigenvalue, where psi is the wave function or eigenfunction. So keep in mind, for eigen equation, here we should have same wave function both sides. So let's discuss some examples of eigenvalue equations. Consider the first equation, first wave function psi is equal to e raised to ikx. So for this wave function e raised to ikx, consider an operator d by dx. So operator d by dx act on the state vector or wave function e raised to ikx, that gives same eigenfunction or same wave function. Therefore we can say e raised to ikx is a eigenfunction, and here ik is eigenvalue. So d by dx e raised to ikx is equal to ik e raised to ikx, with an eigenvalue ik. Here keep in mind, here we have same function. Therefore, e raised to ikx is a eigen function. Similarly, we have different eigen functions e raised to minus ik, e raised to kx with different eigenvalues. Thank you.